Hey, good morning, everyone. So this is my morning brief video. Futures are down this morning. Some things I'm looking at right here. You see this divergence going on here on RSI. I know a lot of traders they were looking for these divergences. What was going on here? The only problem I got with this particular divergence is that the first down leg there came off. We lost 100 points right after that CPI last Tuesday, and that is what is causing this divergence. So be aware of that. Um, it's not your typical type of divergence. We had an outside event that caused such a big sell down that now we're getting a divergence, even though we are slightly into supports right here. So it's not looking too healthy this morning. Uh, Other things I'm looking at here, and other things I want to mention going on. Last week we saw another week of an outside move on the market maker moves. So it was really bad. We saw a little bit of a short squeeze into Friday, but we're giving that all back already. We're already fighting. We're right down here fighting last week's lows to open. Uh, was that 38.56 area is very critical here. And if we lose that, then we're putting in the cards probably for today the 38.70 area, quite potentially today. So let's see what happens here going into today's market. Some things I got going on here on my fib arcs. So you see the red fib arc here. So I got two basic areas of unity. And my shorter term, we are breaking, potentially crossing outside of this fib arc, so to start the week. So be aware of that. That is a slightly more bearish tone to start the week, breaking. See how that's acted as support. Even there at Friday, that was acting as support. Crossing outside of that, I think is significant. So be aware of that scenario uh, in today's trading. And we are right here trying to break another fib arc here early on this morning. Like I said, possibly opening the door for the 78.6 on my fibs retest. That puts us right at the uh, let me zoom in here real quick. 38, 25, 38.25 area would be the next area here for the fib arcs. Uh, so basically at 38.25, 38.30, and then there's also a channel trend line low right down here too. So be aware, the 38, like I said, 25, 20, 30, potential for a real solid test of the bottom of our trend line, and and an ultimate measured move target would take you all the way down here to the so basically 37.30 area. So potential for the downside if we were to continue to fall this morning. Okay. Uh, some other things I'm looking at here, what we were fighting this morning, and these are psychological levels on the SPY. We are right here in the inauguration day, and we are trying to start the week breaking down, giving up our inauguration day for Biden. So be aware of that. And then on the Qs, similar situation. We are trying to give up election day, the post-election day results for Biden. We're fighting that right now here on that. So just zoom in right here. You see what we're doing here. This was the close. We're trying to fight. This was the low of that post-election day, right down here, the 284.76. Good chance, in my opinion, that we're going to be coming down to the 284.76 in this session for a hard test. And then, this is not a major support area. This is just a psychological level. So I'm just a few little things that I'm looking at here. Obviously we're solidly below the cloud. This is our momentum cloud, and we're still solidly below that on the 1 hour. Um, basically we got to get back up to the Globex highs. Uh, you know, uh, Before anybody can buy into this market. So um, I know Tom is thinking that he is his count and stuff is suggesting that we are going to get a relief rally and there's definitely you can definitely make that case, and we can definitely bounce right back up into today's CPR. Okay, and if I bring that chart up real quick here, maximize sell, bring that over here real quick. So, like I said, we've uh, already come up to CPR, tried to go to CPR highs, rejected. Now we're coming back down. Uh, this was last week's lows. So we're right down here in last week's lows areas, trying potentially taking out last week's lows here. Like I said, the arcs suggest that we're actually going to have a weaker because we're outside. The arc is actually something like this. Our arc is something like this on my other chart. So we are outside that arc, suggesting it's not supportive of this Friday bottom. So be aware of that scenario, okay? And so that's basically the main things I'm looking at right here. Um, it is just it's risk off. China came out 80% delinquency rate for their mortgages in their country. Yeah, I mean that's phenomenal. Okay, and so that just that got everything rolling to the downside as soon as that came out. So and then Europe's just following suit. So there's just risk off. And just remember, we are coming off of a situation to where last week the market makers had to race and scramble to sell S&Ps to cover their derivative exposure, with so many puts being in the money, and such a massive expiration last Friday. A bunch of those puts got exercised, the likes of which we've never seen in history. Okay, and so how the market has never seen this before, and no commentators are talking about this. But how do you think the market is going to react, knowing that so many options which are the right to sell, okay, have all been exercised from the Friday close? How do you think the markets are going to digest that, knowing that so many traders were willing, to put that insurance on, let them exercise, you know, so that suggests they've already taken the tax hit. They were willing to take a tax hit at this price. So it just everything about that suggests risk off in my book going for today's session. So just that, and then also one last thing I want to point out here, and that's Bitcoin BTC. And I was showing ES right there a second ago. But Bitcoin is breaking monthly lows here. 1750 is our main support. We're only at 18,390. So yeah, not looking good for Bitcoin or any crypto in general. Complete and total risk off in the whole crypto space. So be aware. It's kind of one of our main leading indicators here of risk. Okay, that's all I got to say. I will see you trading today. Thanks.